Hi, I'm Marilyn, and I want to welcome you today to Exposing Grief. When we expose anything, it becomes less threatening. To expose loss and grief will provide us with some emotional control. In 2020, we laid the foundation for these conversations. Over 12 episodes, we explained how loss and grief can and does occur at any age or any stage in life. You can go back and listen to those foundational podcast episodes, or you can begin listening today as part of your personal journey to be more emotionally and mentally healthy. This journey toward emotional well-being is personal. You cannot force or coerce anyone to become more healthy physically or emotionally. The person has to want to be healthy and must be willing to do all the hard work in order to see results. I wanted to spend some time today talking about Mother's Day, Father's Day, and other celebrations that can trigger feelings of loss and sometimes even grief. May and June put Mother's Day and Father's Day front and center. The greeting card companies, grocery stores, jewelry stores, sporting goods stores, spas, you name it, they all want to profit in some way from these celebrations, and they spend the time and money to advertise them often and in many locations. There are ads in newspapers, on billboards, on television, and the internet. Flyers come to our physical mailboxes and into our email boxes. I have nothing against honoring mothers, fathers, and others who are special in our lives, but those days can be emotional triggers for those of us whose mothers, fathers, or other special persons have died recently or even many years ago. When we know that these celebrations can trigger an emotional response, then we can be prepared if negative responses happen. The memories of my own mom and dad are still very vivid, and they passed away many years ago. As a family, we did many fun things together. My memories of those times are all that I have. I am grateful for these memories, but I was a little surprised the first few times that celebrations other than their birthdays caused me to be a little sad. Initially, I did not recognize what was wrong. I just felt a little off when there were advertisements around special days like Thanksgiving and even Christmas. May and June also caused me to be a little down. After a while, I pieced together the information. I had what I called a light bulb moment. I realized that all the talk about celebrations with mom, dad, and other family members made me miss my own mom and dad. My sister and I have discovered that it's best for us to talk about mom and dad when there's not a holiday or other special celebration where they could be honored. My parents were special to me, and I came to understand that a slight bit of sadness is normal and the feelings pass quickly. I call it sadness, but it certainly is not the type of sadness that I felt when they first passed away. So I will use that word until I can think of a better one. Maybe it's longing for what was. When you see others celebrate and you cannot be a part of those celebrations, it makes you long for what used to be. I certainly believe it is important to celebrate your mom, dad, and anyone else you care deeply about. I have no regrets about our relationships either. I had been working on my own mental and emotional health years before mom and dad passed away, so there were no unresolved issues between us. I believe celebrations help us and they help others. Since no one is perfect, we celebrate because they did the best they could with the tools that they had, and we do the best we can with the tools that we have. In fact, it's good to think of working on mental and emotional health as just tools to help us give and to get more out of life. We all strive for the balance that good mental health brings. Life has ups and downs, as anyone can attest to. To live in that perfect balance brings bliss. However, there will be times when the balance is thrown off, and good emotional health helps us to weather those imbalances when they come. I don't feel longing or sadness every year when there are celebrations, but those feelings do come occasionally, and I am equipped to handle them because I recognize them. If personally you have trouble getting past your own feelings of loss and grief, even longing, don't hesitate to seek out professional help in order to gain coping skills. Sometimes we need others to show us the way to the other side of an emotional roadblock. These conversations about loss, grief, and emotional well-being are necessary and perhaps well overdue. Be a part of these important conversations. I want to thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to visit with you next time on Exposing Grief.